Hey everyone, hope you're having a great week and good start to your weekend today on Friday. It's Matt from Train Sim Society and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. So we have a brand new update today, and this update actually comes a lot sooner than I thought it would come. Now, we know that Manchester Airport Commuter did launch with a few issues, and first things first is I want to thank ATS for not only watching my review of their brand new route, but also commenting and responding to players' questions and concerns. I think it's really nice that they're doing that, not just over on their own pages, but under content from the community as well. I think that's really admirable, so I really appreciate that. So we have a brand new post over on the forums for this update. Hi folks, this morning we shared an update to support the recently released Manchester Airport Commuter route from the ATS team, prioritizing the alignment of game builds across all platforms and fixing initial community reported issues from the launch. We've had a full confirmed list of changes, which also includes additional highlights we wanted to share, so please view the full patch notes list below. So we have a little message posted by Alan Thompson himself over on the TSW community page, and I do want to read this because there were a lot of questions about some of the bugs that were present within the patch, and Alan Thompson actually cleared up that some of these bugs actually were previously fixed and that there was a mix-up between release versions and the version that we actually purchased and downloaded. So they first write, "Hi everyone, we're absolutely overwhelmed by the amazing feedback following the release of Manchester Airport Commuter. It's been fantastic to hear how much you're enjoying the drives, timetables, and the overall experience. Your support means the world to us. Now let's talk about what happened at launch. What went wrong? Unfortunately, the launch didn't go as planned. A patch release the week before launch introduced a change in the core that conflicted with how we had deep copied an asset. This had to be fixed urgently before release. DTG did an incredible job getting the fix in on time, but due to a mix-up, the wrong version of the route was released across all platforms. The older build contained bugs that had already been fixed during QA. They do also write that we're aware that Xbox users were the most affected and Steam users had the smoothest experience, and that actually explains a lot here. Obviously, you guys saw from my clips, besides the few bugs that I either pointed out or showed in the video, the experience for me was generally smooth, almost perfect, a little too perfect. I was like, okay, something needs to go wrong. It needs to like lag or freeze or crash or something because this is just a little too good. Whereas if you head onto the forums, a lot of users on consoles, that includes PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, our 9th gen platforms, were experiencing a handful of issues with blurry textures and even crashing. So Alan writes, ATS and DTG have been working hard to resolve this, and we're now happy to say that the correct build is finally live, the one you should have received on day one. So what this means for you now have the correct version of the route available to download. This version includes all the fixes that were meant to be there at launch, and that any new bugs discovered post-release that we weren't previously aware of are still being worked on. We appreciate your patience as we continue to improve the experience. They also do address the achievements issue, which was brought up a few times. Unfortunately, there are no achievements even for Steam at this time, and it's not because they didn't make any achievements, it's because there's some sort of bug or issue that's preventing them from going live in the game. So we will get a set of achievements when they do get that posted. So I really appreciate this transparency here that they're giving us. They write, these achievements were created and should be present, but for reasons currently unknown, they are not appearing in the release build. We are working closely with DTG to investigate and resolve this issue as quickly as possible. So here is our full changelog of fixes for Manchester Airport. They align the builds across all platforms to the most up-to-date version. They fixed a number of terrain-related issues around Manchester Piccadilly, Stockport, and Heaton Chapel. They fixed various issues relating to the Sunday timetable. I actually haven't really played much of it, so I haven't really experienced any problems there directly. It says here that they added added TSW5 track shadow implementation. And I want to actually comment on this because I was playing and it felt like we had those TSW5 track shadows, but then it also feel like we didn't at the same time. Like they extended farther than the TSW4 and prior track shadows, but I feel like they weren't as like sharp as the TSW5 ones. It was kind of weird. It kind of felt like an in-between with that. And that's why I didn't really mention it in my review because I wasn't entirely sure. But I guess here's the confirmation that the actual full implementation is here now that the correct version has been pushed to players. They added various lighting improvements. They added speakers to lampposts at Manchester Piccadilly, fixed several material issues with the station building at Burnage, fixed footstep audio on concrete area at Burnage, fixed an issue with the lamp material at Manchester Piccadilly, fixed CCTV and PIS systems at Manchester Piccadilly, fixed an issue with missing OHLE at Manchester Airport on Xbox, fixed missing textures at Stockport Viaduct on Xbox, fix the ballast mound at Heaton Chapel. Yes, the infamous ballast mound. Honestly, I just did a run and it's gone and is fixed, but it's kind of burned into my memory now. They fixed an issue with the Class 350 pantographs to now default to raise, which is another issue that I brought up in my review, and a lot of other players were experiencing that as well, and fixed an issue with intermittent crashing and performance issues on console. If you guys are on console, I really want to hear from you. Give this a go today. Give it a go a couple of times and let me know how things are running for you, if things are better. I personally really never had any problems on Steam with performance, so I'm curious as to how things will fare for you guys. But share your thoughts down below of this update. Again, very, very happy that the ATS team is being this transparent with us this soon. I honestly didn't expect a patch for another week or two, so the fact that it's only been a couple of days and we now have this is very, very nice to see, so I really appreciate that. Oh, and one last note to add. Very random. I know you guys can't promise anything, but hopefully one day an extension to crew can happen. I absolutely would not mind paying the extra money, and if it honestly did go to crew, it would probably end up being one of my favorite routes. That'll be it from me for this video. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the new route. I love it. I do recommend that you pick this up, especially if you already have the layers. It's a fun experience. It's a short one, but there's just a lot going on within it. Very busy, very fun timetable. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Happy rail simming.